Okay, so I'm wanting to talk about the missing boy here. Is from This happened around Sailorsville, and Sailorsville is very close to me. By road, it's 30 miles, and actually, I'm a bit closer. I would say 25 miles. As the crow flies or the booger walks, is where all this happened at. Hello again, doing good. Just throwing out a sign of life here, I guess. But it's another story about a young boy, 22 months old. Toddlers start walking good. I mean, at what age? I'm not really sure. But 2 years old, not even 2 years old, 2 months shy of 2 years old, right? And they found him on a 50-foot cliffside. Also, keep in mind this young boy was in his diapers. From what I'm understanding, he was in his diapers. Let's also keep in mind that they grow them tough in the mountains, especially here in Kentucky. Davy Crockett killed him a bear whenever he was just 3, so there's that. But thank God they found the boy. But he just disappeared from his Royal Kentucky home. And you just can't help but to wonder. I've been trying to find these people on Facebook. I'd kind of like to talk to them. Where he was found on the cliffside is an old strip mine. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed here, but the terrain's a bit rough. So you're taking a young boy that's just learning to walk over some of the roughest terrain in the United States, right? I mean, y'all seen some of my videos. Now, basically a strip mine. I've got strip mines on my videos are full of briars. They're just full of them. Blackberries just grow abundantly on these strip mines. And the boy wasn't harmed. The only thing that they said that he was dehydrated a bit. They had dogs, men walking, men on horseback, everybody looking for this lad. Then they finally heard him. Also, during this time that this boy was missing, the temperatures here in eastern Kentucky at night, and the boy was gone for 3 nights. I think it was just short of 4 days total, or maybe I don't know. It's like 3 nights though, but it's been in the lower 40s here, and that's cold. I haven't been sitting on my back porch the last few nights because it's been cold. It's warm during the days and it's pretty nice, but it's cold. It sure is cold. I mean, just the elements alone should have been enough to cause the lad a bit more harm. So I don't know. I just think that there's a bit more to this story, and I also can't help but to think all these like animal mutilations, the woman that was recently killed, the boy in North Carolina that was stayed with a bear. Well, why are we hearing more of this? It just, it seems like every month or so there's a new story about something like this happening. It's just also odd. I want to try to get up with these people. I mean, I don't really know how to approach this. However, they are in a rural Kentucky holler, and they may have experienced some other things. And 25 miles ain't that far from here. For I, you know, in my opinion, a booger would cover that in a day, no problem. No problem. I could jump in my truck right now and be to those people's house in probably 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And that's going through the winding hills and the rugged roads we have. Not sure what they're doing with tax money. But anyway, uh, I'm gonna try to get up with these people, and I've been looking into it, and I've seen some other people's put in some videos about it. I know Matt Squatch, I think he did a video on it, and I saw where Thinker Thinker. I haven't watched that one yet, but I seen where he done one on it. This is in my backyard, and it's I don't know, losing a kid. I don't have kids, but losing a kid, I mean, that's got to be something awful. I mean, just horrible, terrible, and it would make you feel bad as a parent. The kid's not even 2 years old, and he just disappears. Whenever I had my sister's boys down here, I like to joke around and carry on and stuff like that. Say I'll use them for bait, but my eyes are constantly on them, constantly. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure these parents are tickled to death for the boy to go missing on Mother's Day, didn't I? But I'm gonna try to get up with these people, and I've got a couple of names. I just got to find them. I tried to fast search, but I haven't been able to find them just yet. So I don't know. What's your all's thoughts on all this? Absolutely, Gordon. Lots of questions. Exactly, Miss Wade. Yeah, William, and that's what I'm screaming. This has been happening a few times with these lads, and this fits right in with the David Pilates 4-on-1 cases. I mean that he was like a quarter mile from his house, and they had been searching for almost 4 days, say 3.5 days. They've been searching for this boy, and a quarter mile radius. That's a lot of ground to cover, but there was quite a few people out looking for him that you can imagine. And then just to find him on a 50-foot steep incline. Now I know boys can climb. That's how we do it. And I mean, but not even 2 years old. That's just far fetched for me. I mean, I don't. I suppose it's possible, but how possible? What are the chances? 50-foot steep incline. I heard that they put him in a backpack and I guess lowered whoever's had the backpack and him down. I mean, how in the heck? How would he get up there? Kind of trips you out. I don't know. I'm gonna try. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get up with these. Oh, absolutely, an adult would have serious problems. I've been working on my barn today. All right, and I don't know. Maybe it's not bothering me to get up on top of that barn and paint it and all that, but I couldn't hardly stand to get off the ladder today. And that's a barn roof. That's not like a rock cliff. That's not a steep. And I know young lads are fearless. I mean, it's just how God made us, I guess. But it just don't seem quite possible for him to do all that. I don't know. Yeah, I think that maybe something grabbed him. I don't think it was a person. That don't make any sense. Fellers from Kentucky looking for a missing kid. I'm sure they had some pretty good trackers in there. They would have to have had some pretty good trackers in there, and that's what you're going to look for because footprints tell a story. But whenever you're looking for tracks, you're looking for human tracks. Basically, somebody stole this guy. Now, if you run across a booger track, number one, you're going to be lucky. They're very, very good at hiding their tracks, and especially like on a strip mine, it's going to be mostly rocky and grassy and all that. It's going to be hard to hold a track, but it's yeah, tracking dogs. They had all that. That's what don't make any sense, y'all. Horseback, but if you come across a booger track, then a lot of people's not even going to recognize that for what it is. Because most when you're out tracking a human, you're looking for a shoe print, right? Because like I said, the weather was cool in the days. It got in the maybe upper 50s here. The last today was nice. It was in the 80s. But whenever this boy was missing around Mother's Day, it was down to the lower 40s. I'm talking 41, 42 degrees. Not freezing, but enough to enough that boy, if he wasn't washed over by something, be it God or whatever, then he should have succumbed to the elements. I mean, that's just the truth about it. For 3 nights being out there, you know, no food or water. Like I said, they said he was dehydrated, but there's not a mark on him. The boy's fine, thank God. But it's just all so strange, and this just keeps happening, and I can't help but wonder why. When people talk about that, we're moving into their environments and this and that, and that's true. But you take a place like this farm, and there's been people on this farm for well over 100 years, and a lot of Kentucky's like that. And there's not a whole lot of big cities popping up, or really even suburbs or anything popping up around this part of the country. It's just not. I mean, a 2-year-old can talk, right? I mean, they can't, really carry on a decent adult conversation or anything like that. But they might know a little bit about. They could say it was a bear. The other boy was only 3, right? Which I know 1 year's a lot in a child's life, but it's just all so strange. But what would a booger? What would they want with a kid? That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Why would they want a human kid? You know what I'm saying? Could it be a mother that doesn't have her own kids, or are they wanting to spice up the gene pool or something like that? I don't know. I don't even know if it's you hear a lot of stories about the Native Americans will talk about boogers coming into their camps and taking the women and the children and such. Is that what's going on again? You know what I'm saying? History repeating itself. But I figured I would jump on here live. I'm gonna have to go up to the barn and make sure everybody made it in. We just had a nice thunderstorm. I've been hanging gutters today, and starting to get dark. Not much has been going on around here, booger wise, that I've noticed still yet. I've been outside pretty much all day today. Nobody's threw a rock at me, so that's good. Until the diaper. Well, that's actually a good question, Dave. I mean, was his diaper cleaned? I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of. Yeah, exactly. I mean, so I mean, who knows what they would want with a kid. But I'm not buying that it's a would be a bear. Bears are definitely out of hibernation now. But like the boy in North Carolina, that bear coming, in the was it January, would have been coming out of hibernation. Bears hibernate, but they don't stay dormant all winter long. They will come out and eat or whatever. And a bear coming out in January is a hungry bear. I mean, that's just the facts of life. And if it was a bear that protected that boy, I think it would have made a meal of that boy in, in January. So I mean, people talk about these boogers being dangerous and all that, and I'm sure there are instances of it. But then you get to talking about people that have them around their property, and you hear all these stories like this one. I mean, no harm come to the kids and stuff. I don't, I think they're more like us in that there's good ones and there's bad ones. Maybe one had a bad hair day. I don't know. Yeah, that's who I mean. It wasn't exactly Mission. That's uh, Michael Merchant. That's who did the video on it. It wasn't Matt Squatch. But yeah, you're right. But anyway, guys, if anything happens tonight, I'll jump on here live. Like I said, it's really, really nice out tonight. And I've been kind of taking it easy, repairing the barn roof a bit and putting up the gutters and just enjoying the day. Got a bit of rain, and that was pretty good. I could see that my building's crooked and the way I hung my gutters. Let's just put it like this: water does not run uphill. Anyway, if anything happens tonight, or I might just jump on later, just to have a chat. Either way, I probably will jump on. Let me put my birds up and get a shower and contemplate my gutter situation. I might jump on here a little bit later. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. See you in a bit.